Yes, good morning, Mitali, Varun Bhatia, Adit, Anushka, Anshika, everyone. Good morning. And yesterday we did price mix. So till now in business studies, chapter 11, we were doing marketing management. And in this chapter, till now we have done two important elements of marketing mix, which two? Price mix and product mix. And today yes, Shubhangi, I'll be telling you later on this about this thing. Okay. And today I'm going to start with the third element of marketing mix, which is also a very important element. That is the place mix or physical distribution. Place mix means making the goods available at the right place, at right time, in right quantity. Okay, because in product mix we have taken all the decision about the product, like what will be the brand name of the product, what will be its brand mark, whether we will be getting it registered or not. All these decisions we have taken in product mix. Then what will be the packaging of the product, then how we will be preparing the label of the product, what important information we should be uh, giving on the label of the product. So all these decisions we have taken in product mix. After making the product, we have decided about the price of the product. How we are going to decide the price of the product, what factors we will be keeping in mind while deciding the price of the product. So all these are the decisions which we have to take at the time of making of product as well as for the pricing of the product. Now the important thing is how to make that product available in the market, because it's not possible for the manufacturer himself to go to the consumers himself and sell the products, because manufacturer is situated at one place and the consumers are spread throughout the country. So it is the very much responsibility of the manufacturer to make the products available at the right place in right quantity at the right time. Right time here means when the demand will be there in the market, the product must be available at that time. Otherwise, no one is going to buy your product. So in this element, we are going to discuss about how the products will be made available in the market. So in your project work also, you have to do this place mix and you are going to take the decision keeping in mind today's topic. Okay. So the important element of marketing mix is the physical distribution. This is also known as place mix or physical distribution of products and services. It is concerned with making the goods and services available at the right place in right quantity and at the right time so that the consumers can purchase the same. Okay. So in this physical distribution, many things are decided. Like once when the goods are manufactured, packaged, brand, priced and promoted, then it is to be made available to the consumers. So when a person is convinced about the product, like by following the promotion mix, you have done the promotion of the product, you have told everything about your product to the consumers, and the consumers are there in the market to buy the product, but you have not considered this element of marketing mix. So in that case, your product cannot be sold. So like price mix is important, product mix is important. Similarly, place mix is equally important, because this is the element of marketing mix with which you will be able to sell your product. So it is an important responsibility of the sellers to make the product physically available at the place where the customers would like them to buy. So the physical handling and movement of the goods from the place of production to the place of distribution is referred to as physical distribution. So one marker question, define physical distribution. Physical distribution means physical movement of the goods or physical handling of the goods. Handling of the goods means the goods will be handled from seller to the buyer. They will be not only available, it means there will be transfer of title of ownership. Title of ownership means earlier the goods were in the ownership of manufacturer, then they sold it to wholesalers, then they were in the ownership of wholesaler, then they transfer the title to the retailer. So now the owner of the goods is retailer. Ultimately, the retailer will be transferring the title of ownership of goods to the consumer. So that's why it is said that the physical handling and movement of the goods from the place of production to the place of distribution is referred to as a physical distribution. And likewise, in product mix, we have taken three important decisions regarding the branding, labeling, and packaging. In price mix, we have considered all the important factors. So similarly, in place mix also, we have to take two important decisions in this mix. So what are those decisions? Choice of channels of distribution of intermediaries, means what channels you are going to select. Channel here means all the intermediaries who are involved in the process of making the goods available from the place of production to the place of consumption, like distributors, agents, wholesaler, retailer. All these are known as intermediaries, without which sale of the good is not possible, because consumers are many. In crores consumers are there, not only the national consumer, there are international consumers. So the manufacturer himself cannot make the goods available, so he has to take the help of the intermediaries. Those intermediaries are known as channels of distribution. You have already studied in 11th class business studies, retail trade, all those intermediaries. Okay, so intermediaries not only selling the goods, rather sometime they are also helping in the promotion of the goods. Like here they are doing the advertisements, they are giving the promotional campaigns and other schemes also. And the intermediary also negotiate the price with the buyers. Okay, so the intermediaries play a very important role. So in place mix, we have to decide the channel of distribution, means which channel of distribution we are going to adopt. So later on we will discuss the what type of channels are available. Then the other decision is related to managing inventory, order processing, storage, and warehousing and transportation. All these are the components of physical distribution. So when I'll be explaining the topic physical distribution, then I will be explaining all these individually, not here. Okay, students. So the come to the first decision. This is the second decision. So we will take it one by one. The first decision is channels of distribution. As I told you earlier that the buyer manufacturer is concentrated just at few places, at a few places of India or in the international, because there is always an industrial area and all the manufacturing is done in that industrial area only. So manufacturers are concentrated only in industrial area, but consumers are spread throughout the country, even the international boundaries. So in order to contact these consumers who are scattered throughout the country, it is important to take the help of the middleman or the intermediaries who will be in direct contact of the consumer. Like a manufacturer of chocolate in Chennai would find it difficult to directly approach customers in Delhi. So what he can do? He can appoint a wholesaler or retailer or a chain of the middleman who will be supplying one by one. It means there will be a step distribution. One person is giving goods to another person, then the another person is adding his profit margin, then he is selling to some another person, and that another person is finally selling, after adding his profit margin, finally selling goods to the consumers. Okay, so channels of distribution, one marker question, definition. These are the set of firms and individuals, because wholesaler can be an individual or it can be a group of firms where the some people are working as wholesaler in partnership. So that's why it is said it is a set of firms and individual that take title. That take title means they take the ownership title of the goods from the, they take the ownership title of the goods from the manufacturer, and they take the title or assist in transferring the title. It means they are helping to transfer the title. Transferring the title means they will be selling the goods to the final consumer. It means transferring title here means ownership will be transferred. Earlier the goods were of manufacturer, then the goods were of wholesaler, then who was the owner of the goods? Retailer, then finally the consumer has become the owner of the goods. This is known as transferring the title to particular goods or services as it moves from the producer to the consumers. Or we can say it in a very easy language that channels of distribution means a path or a set of intermediaries, path through which the goods move from the place of producer to the place of consumers. So you can make your own definition also. So channels of distribution mean the path through which the ownership as well as the possession of goods passes from the producer to the consumer. So all those intermediaries who will be coming in between this path, they will be known as the intermediaries or the channels of distribution. Imagine that there are no retailers and you want to buy tea, you want to buy rice, sugar, and some other grocery item like toothpaste. So if there are no retailers, then a consumer has to rush to different manufacturers of different products. He has to rush to the manufacturer of rice, then manufacturer of tea, then manufacturer of sugar, then manufacturer of toothpaste. So it will take lots of time as well as transportation cost, because first of all the consumer has to know where all these manufacturer he can found. So in that case, that's why retailer plays a very important role, because just because of retailers, the consumers need not to rush to all manufacturers. They can get all their daily need items at one place. That place is known as retailer shop, which you can find anywhere in your localities, in your colonies, next to the doorstep of your house. So this is all about the channels of distribution. And now the types of channels of distribution. There are three types of channels of, two types, sorry. There are two types of channels of distribution, direct channel or indirect channel. Direct channel is also known as zero level. Nowadays, it is adopted at a large, means there is no middleman. Manufacturer is directly selling goods to consumer. There is no intermediary, there is no middleman. Just because of this, prices have become very less. You can see that online shopping, all the Amazon or Flipkart, many companies are selling goods to the middleman, or many manufacturers himself, they have just created their one website and they are selling their goods online. So zero level channel means the manufacturer is directly contacting with the customer. There is no intermediary in between manufacturer and customer. So whatever the types of channel I am telling you here, you have to decide for your product, keeping in mind the nature of your product. Okay. So methods of direct selling, you can also make the diagrams, manufacturer to consumer. So how the zero level channel can be adopted? What are the methods of selling goods through zero level channel? First, selling goods through own retail outlets. You have seen many retail outlets in the market like Liberty, Bata, Adidas, KFC. All these are the zero level channels. So they have set up their own outlets and they are selling their goods directly to the consumer. Then selling through own sales force, like door to door selling. It means they have appointed their salespersons and they are visiting the consumers at their doorstep and they are making the goods available there only. So they have not appointed any middleman. The salespersons are not the middleman. They are their hired employees. So who are working for them. Okay, they are going to the many times you have seen that the ladies keeping a bag on their shoulder and they are moving here and there. They are going to different homes. Nowadays it is not more in use because the just after the online shopping it has been discarded from the market, like Eureka Forbes, Amway, like some companies are also there which have appointed their Eureka Forbes companies. You can see the outlets everywhere in the different localities. Eureka Forbes ROs and water purifier, and we can say other things which are manufactured by Eureka Forbes are not available at any stores. The company is directly selling those goods to the consumers without any middleman. Mail order selling, you have also studied this in 11th class. Sale of books, medicines, etc., in which you are giving a mail to direct to the company or direct to the manufacturer and they are selling your goods. Internet selling, like we have seen nowadays, online shopping, many big companies are there and even the manufacturers are selling their goods. So they are have created their website and or the other things with which you can directly buy products from them. Then telemarketing. Telemarketing is also a zero level channel. The manufacturers are advertising their products on TV like Asian Sky Shop, Naptol, etc. You can see on the many TV channels which are particularly used by Airtel or any Tata Sky or any other TV dish providers, that they are doing the telemarketing. They have they are doing the advertising of their product and consumers are making them call and they can buy the product. So these are the 5 methods by which you can do the direct selling to the consumers. It is not necessary that you are selecting only one in your project work. You can also select more than one. Like you are also doing the internet selling, you are also adopted the telemarketing. So whatever, how many methods you can want, you can select, but also refer to the cost. If you are going for telemarketing, then you have to pay a huge amount to the channels. Okay, so the second type of channel is indirect channel. Direct means direct, manufacturer is directly contacting to the customer, and indirect means manufacturer is not directly contacting to the customer. There is a chain of middleman in between the manufacturer and the consumers. This topic is very much easy because already you have done this topic in 11th class. So what is that chain? Under indirect channel, there are three types of channel: one level channel, two level channel, and three level channel. Under indirect channels, there are three levels: one level, two level, and three level. One level channel means there is only one intermediary in between the manufacturer and the customer. Who is that intermediary? That is the retailer. So there is no wholesaler. Retailer is directly buying the goods from the manufacturer and further selling it to the customers. So such type of channel can be adopted only for the expensive products or the products which are of technical nature. So I'm telling here you three level of channels. So you have to select one level according to the nature of your product, because all levels cannot be used for each type of product. Like if you in your project work, if you have selected to produce mobile phones, camera, digital watches, so these cars, automobile, fridge, refrigerator, any other means the expensive products you have selected to produce, in that case you have to select one level channel. No other option is there. Why? Because in one level channel only the retailer is there. Why we need to select one level channel there? Because the demand of such type of product is not as much as the FMCG product. FMCG product, like all the daily need items, fast moving consumer goods, which we need in our bathroom or in our kitchen or for our daily utility services. So one level channel means it will be suitable only for the products which are of expensive nature, या फिर which are having some technical specifications which need to be communicated to the consumers. Okay, so in this only one middleman is there, and that middleman is known as retailer. So next is the two level channel. Two level channel, very easy. Like in one level only one intermediary was there. In two level, two intermediaries will be there, like wholesaler and retailer. So manufacturer will be selling goods to wholesaler. Further, wholesaler will be selling goods to retailer. Retailer will be selling goods to customer. So in between manufacturer and customer, there are two intermediary, wholesaler and retailer. So mostly this type of channel is adopted by for most of the consumer goods, FMCG products, fast moving consumer goods like soap, rice, cigarette, sugar, salt, tea, ghee, clothes, means all the daily need items which we buy on very frequent basis. Two intermediaries are involved. And why this channel is adopted? Because the consumer size of the consumer is very large. So that's why we have to make it available at every doorstep. So number of retailers are also very large of the grocery items as compared to the expensive items. Expensive items we can buy only in the special market. We need to go to the market. But in the grocery items, we can shop these grocery items even at our next to our doorstep, because the many grocery shops are opened in the localities or at the in our colonies also. In three level channel, this channel three intermediaries are involved. In this one more intermediaries is involved other than the wholesaler or retailer. Who is that? Agent. Sometime is also known as distributor. You must have uh, listen this word, that the distributor or agent means the company is giving agency in a particular area, and this channel will be adopted only when the company want to cover a larger area. So company can appoint the distributors, like the manufacturer can divide the whole Delhi in four zones: east, west, north, south, and in each zone he can appoint one distributor. That distributor will be known as agent, and the whole of the wholesalers and retailers will be taking goods from only that distributor. Okay, east zone wholesalers and retailers will be taking goods from that agent, wholesalers will be taking goods from that agent, and further the all the retailers of the east zone will be taking goods from all the wholesalers of the east zone. Now one question must be coming in your mind, why they cannot go to other zone? Yes, very much they can go to other zone, but it will increase their transportation cost, because if they are moving to west zone, then the goods will be coming from west to east, so it will be adding up their transportation cost. So mostly they are purchasing goods from the zone wise. If the other zone seller is providing free delivery, in that case they can think. So there is no foundation that from whom the retailer have to buy. It is up to him. Only the manufacturer is dividing so that it can have a major control over the distribution channels. So in this channel, three middlemen or intermediaries comes into existence. Manufacturer are selling goods to agents, then further agents are selling goods to wholesaler, then wholesaler is selling goods to retailer, and further retailer is selling goods to customer. So you can see that whenever this chain is a long chain, then the goods will be comparatively expensive to the consumer, because each middleman in this chain will be adding up his or her profit margin. That's why whenever we are buying goods from online or internet shopping, we are getting things or goods comparatively cheaper than the market, because there is no middleman in between the consumer and the manufacturer. Okay, so now you have to decide the which level you are going to adopt according to the need and the nature of your product. And it is not necessary that you are only opting for the indirect channel. You can opt a mixture of direct and indirect channel, like nowadays many companies are doing that. They have selling the goods on net, even they are selling goods through market also. So you can also select the both channels, direct channel or indirect. In direct channel, you have to specify which channel you are using. You have appointed your own staff, or you have opened your retail outlet. Suppose you are thinking about opening of your retail outlets, in that case you must be having a huge amount of funds, because opening of retail outlets will be in demand or in requirement of the huge amount of funds, staff, and you have to manage many things which may be beyond your control. So out of these five, any one you can select in your project work. And as well as in indirect channel, you can, for FMCG product, you can select either 2 level or 3 level. It's up to you. Okay, but if you are making any luxury item or any durable goods like refrigerator, laptop, camera, mobile, then you have to select for 1 level channel, because these are the expensive products and there are no much middleman, many middlemen in expensive products of these types. Okay, so the first decision we have completed. First, I told you that in place mix, two decisions are there. Which two I told you? Channels of distribution, then physical distribution. In channels of distribution, we have done meaning of channels of distribution, then levels of the channels, types of channels of distribution. Two types, direct, indirect, further indirect of three types, 1 level, 2 level, and 3 level. Now the last, today's last topic, components of physical distribution. Means how the goods will be made available to the final consumer. Physical handling and the movement of the goods. What are the components? This is a complete 6-marker question, students. Many time it has come in board examination. Define physical distribution and explain its components. So physical distribution has 4 components: order processing, transportation, warehousing, inventory control. Order processing means how accurately and speedy processing of orders you are doing. Accurately means right things must reach at the right place. Suppose you are running a restaurant and two customers have come and they both are sitting on separate tables. So they have given the order. One has given burger order and the other one has given pizza order. And you have done the wrong delivery. Means the person to who had given the burger order, you have given him pizza, and the other person you have given him burger. So it means your order processing is not good. So order processing will be resulting in the customer satisfaction. Okay, so customer satisfaction means your customer is highly satisfied. You are processing order very fastly here means you are not taking much time, that the consumer is frustrated and he has left your place. He will be like, if the online delivery we are getting, they are promising the time within 2 days or 3 days you will be getting the order, and they are processing your order within that time. And even you can keep a track on the order processing, that your goods are dispatched or not, where they are landed, your goods are landed in your city or not, and by at what time, at on what day you are getting the delivery of your goods. So these are all the order processing steps, because order processing must be speedy and accurate. Two things you have to consider: must be speedy and accurate, means goods must reach to the accurate address from where you have got the order, and there must not be any delay, because if there will be any delay, then the customer will be dissatisfied, and it may result in the loss of the goodwill of the business or the image of the business. Second is transportation. So transportation, why transportation is required? Like I am telling you that the manufacturer will be selling goods to wholesaler, wholesaler will be selling goods to retailer. How this sale can be possible? Only because of transportation. Because I told you that suppose the manufacturer of tea is in Assam, but tea is made available in different parts of country. So how it is made available in different parts of country? Only with the help of transportation. So what you have to do in transportation, you have to just decide that which mode of transportation you are going to use. Which mode of transportation you are going to use. Like there are waterways, airways, roadways. So you have to select one mode, keeping in mind the nature of your product. Suppose your product is perishable. Perishable means it will be spoiled within 2 or 3 days, like milk and all the frozen food, curd. So you have to select the mode in which the product is delivered fastly and it is not spoiled during transit, during transportation. So in this case, you can select the refrigerated containers in which, you must have seen the mother dairy uh, trucks containers, in which mother dairy trucks came to the mother dairies, and they are containing the milks in refrigerated, so that the milk is not spoiled during the transportation. So here also you have to consider the transportation, which mode of transportation you are going to select. But here also you have to keep in mind the cost and the time taken by that mode. Suppose you are thinking about to send the goods by airways, but definitely it will be very expensive. So if you can afford it, you can use it. But if you want to send the goods globally or international markets, in that case you have to select from airways or from waterways. Waterways are comparatively cheaper than the airways, but they take more time. So you have to consider transportation also, okay, which mode you are going to take. Then warehousing, and we all know that transportation creates place utility. So I'm not telling here in detail, because this topic you have already studied in 11th class. Then warehousing also you have studied in 11th class. Warehousing means not only the preserving of the goods, not the storing of the goods, but also it creates the time utility. How time utility? As we all know that goods are produced at one time, at one particular time, but their demand may occur in the different time of the year. So suppose the goods are produced like in the harvesting season, crops are harvested, but they will be used throughout the year. So it is not necessary that as you have produced the goods, the demand will be arises at the same time. So demand will start keep on coming throughout the year. So till the demand arises, you have to keep the goods in good condition. You have to store them. You have to preserve them. Preservation from which? Preservation from air, moist sunlight, and other things, pest, insecticides. From all these things you have to keep the goods safe. So for this warehousing you have to do. So here you have to decide whether you will be making your own warehouses, or you will be taking the benefit of the public warehouses, because public warehouses are also there, in which you need not to invest a huge amount of funds. You can just keep your goods there by paying a small amount of rent. So generally, larger the number of warehouses a firm has, lesser would be the time taken in serving customers at different locations. Yes, this is also the good point. Suppose you are a MNC and big company, so it is not necessary that you are having only one or two warehouses. So what you can do in each major city, you can make your own warehouses, or you can appoint warehouses for you, where you are going to keep the extra goods of your product. And as soon as the demand will be arising, so from the same city you can easily deliver the goods to the wholesaler or to the retailer without wasting any time. But you have to always keep in mind the cost of warehousing, because it will also increase the cost of warehousing. So the firm, here you have to decide, main important thing is this, that you have to strike a balance in between the cost of warehousing and the level of customer services. Last, inventory control. Inventory control means level of inventory. What the level of inventory you should maintain. So level can be of two types, high level inventory and lower level inventory. Suppose you have maintained the high level of inventory. High level of inventory means you stocks are always there. Whenever there will be demand, you will be able to fulfill that demand because you are maintaining high level of stocks with you. So it will be giving more satisfaction to the customers because they need not to wait for their goods, because easily they are available, because the manufacturer as well as the wholesaler as well as the retailer, they all are maintaining high level of stock. But make sure that whenever we are maintaining high level of stock, then there will be always the cost of carrying the inventory. Cost of carrying the inventory means where to keep those goods. Definitely we would have taken the services of a warehouses, so the maintenance cost of those warehouses, the staff appointed in those warehouses, we have to pay them salary. And moreover, the risk of carrying the inventory, there may be a fire breakout and the whole of the inventory may be destroyed. There may be change in fashion, and if the taste and preferences and fashion have been changed, then again the whole of the inventory will be of no use. So there is always the carrying cost of the inventory. These are the example of carrying cost of the inventory, like rent of the warehouse, electricity bill of the warehouse, and the staff which you have appointed there to keep the goods safely, to check the goods on regular basis, you have to pay them salary also. So if you are maintaining higher level of inventory, no doubt higher level of satisfaction will be there, but it will also increase the cost, carrying cost of the inventory. And if you are maintaining the low level of inventory, no doubt all these costs will be lower, but it will also decrease the customer satisfaction, because you are not in maintaining the inventory is much quantity. As you are getting the order, you are doing the production, so customer has to wait. So here again you have to strike a balance. Balance in what? Balance in respect of the cost and the customer satisfaction. If you want higher customer satisfaction, then you should be ready to spend more amount on the carrying cost of the inventory. If you want lower satisfaction, customer satisfaction, then you can uh, go with the lower inventory uh, levels. So again you have to create a balance. So order processing, transportation. In order processing you are doing the speedy and accurate delivery. Transportation, you are thinking about which mode of transportation you are going to select. In warehousing, you are again thinking about the where first you have to define the warehousing, then you are thinking about whether the warehouses will be at a particular place or the different places. So again you have to consider about the cost of the warehousing. Then inventory control. In शिवांगी इज राइटिंग, मैम कितनी मेहनत है। यस, ऐसे ही मार्केट में प्रोडक्ट्स नहीं आ जाते बेटा, इतना सब कुछ लगता है। जब आप अपना खुद का प्रोजेक्ट वर्क करेंगे, एक प्रोडक्ट मैं आपको दूंगी, आप उससे रिलेटेड ये सारे डिसीजन लेंगे, तब आपको पता चलेगा। अगर आप एक 5 रुपए का एक मैच बॉक्स भी खरीदते हैं तो उसके पीछे ये सारे डिसीजंस ले रहा होता है मैन्युफैक्चरर। इवन 1 रुपए की टॉफी के पीछे भी ये सारे डिसीजंस लिए जाते हैं। सो इट्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट, इट्स नॉट एन ईजी प्रोसेस. So now I am done with the topic and just 1-2 minutes left. So we are discussing the question. Today we have done only one topic, that is the place mix. So I am unmuting Anshika. Yes, Anshika. Beta, we are having very less time. So start reading fast. Only the MCQs. Fast.
Vadhva Mart is marketing its products online. Identify the channel of distribution being adopted by the company.
Yes.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, beta, you are audible.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, start. Students, start giving me answer. Vadhva Mart. Online. Products are sold online. Yes, Anshika, tell answer fast. Don't wait.
Yes, ma'am. One second. Identify the channel of distribution. One level channel.
One level? How it can be one level? Directly. Online means directly. Vadhva Mart is marketing its product. It is the name of the manufacturer and they are selling product online. Online means zero level channel. Yes, everyone has given me correct answer. Very good. So Anshika, you were not listening the concepts?
मैम मैं सुन रही थी।
तो फिर गलत क्यों दे रही हो आंसर? It's very easy concept. Second, fast. I'm not having time. Fast, beta.
In which of the following situations will the company not be able to provide high level of customer services? A, when it maintains low level of inventory, when it maintains high level of inventory, when it owns large number of warehouses. D, none of these.
Yes. Tell me.
Uh, when it owns
Not
large
able.
number of.
When the question is in negative form, not able to provide high level of customer services. Not able.
When it maintains low level of inventory.
Yes. When it maintains low level of inventory. Very good. Next, three.
Which
Third.
type of distribution channel is the most suitable for consumer goods?
Yes, tell me.
Zero level, two level, one level, three level. Ma'am,
Consumer
I think
goods.
zero level.
No.
Uh,
Yes, it's
one
two
level
level.
because